Alright everybody, welcome back. We have another set in the round of 8 for Battlegrounds between Kastellan and Electric Avenue that we're going to go ahead and jump in and cast. Should be a very interesting one. Alright everybody, welcome to it here as we get started into this one here. It's like we're going to have Kastellan in the blue here, playing as the Aztecs, and in the red we will have Electric Avenue playing as the Vikings, which should be a very interesting matchup. Both maps looking pretty decent. This side over here for Electric Avenue, stones are both exposed to the left here, but should be able to wall one of those in quite nicely. Wood lines are very nice, so you'll have some safe wood. Berries are nice and in the back, hopefully prevent those from being denied on his side. And we have his main gold here, his secondary gold, and his third gold are not exactly ideal. And Castanilla over here with the Aztecs, he's got a pretty nice base. He's got stone and gold in behind, one forward stone, and his main gold to the right of the map. So looks like it could be a really interesting one. We'll have to see how this one works out over here. And Hitch, welcome in. So, Aztecs, what are we going to see from Castanella as Aztecs? It's going to be interesting to see how he plays this one. Is he going to go Eagles? Is he going to go Infantry? Eagles, we'll just have to wait and see. I would expect the Viking player to probably go into Archers first, but we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Castanella's going to go out for his first boar, see how he does bringing this one in. Shouldn't be too bad, it's not that far away. He's going to get more than half of the way back with it without even taking a hit on it. Finishes up his sheep at a very good time, and he's not even at the garrison that one. As far as scouting is going, Castanella hath moved forward with his eagle. This extra line of sight is quite nice. He hasn't found his opponent yet, but he did see a gold here, so he should know his opponent is fairly close. And then on the other side for Electric Avenue, his scouting, he also has seen a boar, gold, and stone.
So who do you think has the advantage here, Mr. Juice?
I mean, oh, he just shot two of his own sheep. Electric Avenue was shooting at the scout, which Castanella lost, but lost two of his sheep there. I like Vikings more in this situation. I think if they can get to the right composition early, that the Aztecs will have a harder time dealing with that.
And the sheep hurt, though.
Yeah, I did, that's for sure. Losing two sheep to your own TC fire. I mean, did take out the scout, which is nice, but just cost yourself 200 food in the process. But I think he'll be okay. He's already on berries. He's coming in, getting his second boar already.
Well, the thing that hurts here is he's not found his deer at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking around for too, and they're actually in the back there. But yeah, that's not ideal. And I mean, he does at least still have his scout out and about. It can still find resources for him. He can hopefully scout what his opponent's doing. Castanella lost his, so that's going to hurt his scouting. He's not going to know what the Viking player is going to go for.
It's unfortunate, though, we do have idle time on that scout.
Oh, of course, that hurts a lot, especially in the early game. Castanella does have a barracks coming in, so he's probably looking to drush.
But we're
Might be
barracks
a
coming
little
up at the
late.
same time for electric.
Yep. Well, we might see it. We might not. I mean, Electric Avenue, although he lost his food, he's going to be clicking up here as soon as he finishes this boar, I think. And Kastellan is already getting loom, so he's probably looking to do the same. He's even got a second mining camp or lumber camp coming in. And yep, there Kastellan is up first. Electric Avenue is slightly behind by 5%, which is not bad timing at all.
He is starting up some palisade walls too, so electric that is.
Yep, I think
Both at
that's
this point.
a really good move. I mean, I like his walls too. He's not going to try to go out and wall too crazily, so he's going to wall to the stone, and then, well, what is he doing? He must have clicked over, left a hole there for some reason by accident, but we have palisades coming up for Kastellan as well, and his are going to look pretty tight as well, so I like the way
So
they're walling.
walling definitely favors electric on this map, doesn't it?
I would think so, because the back of Kastellan's base is not ideal. It's a lot of area to wall there if he's going to try it. His wood lines also are not as favorable. Most of his wood is to the right hand side of his base here, and are going to be rangeable if Vikings steal crossbows.
At the same time, all of the wood lines for electric with the walls he's building are rangeable.
Yeah.
And both are at risk of overchop.
Of course, yeah. We do have the man-at-arms upgrade coming in for Kastellan as he goes forward, so he's probably not going to find much damage, although I believe there's a hole between the palisade on the left-hand side behind the stone and the wood line there.
Well, if nothing else, he did take out a scout already, the scout, so there's some value. I do see that might be a hole there. It looks that way to me.
Yeah, and it looks like that's the direction that Kastellan is headed, so we'll see how that works out for him. We do have militia here as well. I had no man-at-arm upgrade for the Viking player, but I also don't see a range coming in yet, which is the direction I expected him to go. And that was in fact a hole.
And yep, they're in.
Oh,
These
but
militia.
he's walking under the town center fire.
This could actually work out well for him. For electric.
Yeah, I mean, he already killed one, didn't lose anything, and he's already got about half HP or better off of both of those man-at-arms, so the militia can take care of him. We're going to see the cleanup right there. Interesting, though, the Aztec player, he is going for a skirmisher first, and a second archery range.
Well, our archer says Vikings isn't unusual in any sense, right?
Well, but it's the Aztec player, Kastellan, going for...
Oh yes, but
archers.
if he's going for skirmishers preemptively, if he's expecting archers out of the Viking player.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense. I mean, ElectricAvenue is going to go ahead and drop down an archery range here. Looks like he's put enough holes in his walls to actually make 2 of them, which is good for him. And Kastellan, at the same time, is going to be in good shape because he's already got 2 ranges up and he's producing. Now, we've talked about it before in this tournament. How do you feel about the amount of villagers that Kastellan or ElectricAvenue have on gold right now?
It seems excessive for where they're at, doesn't it? I mean, if they're switching into archers, the number makes sense. And now they are. Kastellan has switched into archers. I'm expecting archers from electric, so that makes more sense then.
Yeah, I still think it's for 2 ranges. They're a little short, actually.
Yeah, definitely. If they're going archers, I thought it was the skirmishers. It was unnecessary, but.
Carry on here, Hitch. I need a minute.
Absolutely. Now, one thing you mentioned villagers. The key thing here, there was a 4-vill lead at this point for Electric Avenue. So, well, Kastellan has managed to put pressure on or attempt to put pressure on. He's definitely not been producing from his DC as consistently as Electric. And that comes in. The more and more units they produce in Feudal, the more of an issue that's going to be. I don't like that they've both built this many units and they're not doing anything with them though. I would have liked to see either go forward, either make the aggression, take the move, or not produce so much and attempt to get the advantage. But just as I say that, Kastellan's now coming forward with a decent chunk of archers, I believe 9 there, and a skirmisher, and Electric Boat, or ElectricAvenue is not going to be in a position to counter this with the numbers he has. Men-at-Arms can help, but this number of archers, it's not going to be enough. With more archers and skirmishers coming forward from Kastellan, Electric Boat's definitely on the back foot military-wise. Here goes attempted micro, but as we discussed, it works just done. Upgrades coming in, armor upgrade coming in for Electric though should help him. He has fletching, both have fletching, but no armor for skirmishers from Kastellan. Now the hole we saw before is still available, so if he makes a decision to, Kastellan can definitely just come in here. Villager count, ElectricAvenue is 5 ahead at this point, and he is plugging that hole. I like the pressure that Kastellan has, but if he doesn't make it hurt soon, this economic lead for Electric is just going to continue expanding.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking that great for Kastellan as far as the villager count goes, but, I mean, maybe he can do some damage before it's too late.
He's going to have to, because there's a 5 farm lead for Electric, and we're pretty close to the castle or age for him here. He's going to click, I think, before too long.
Yeah.
He might realize that Kastellan's not taking the step he needs to get in, and he's just biding his time.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's pretty comfortable back here. I mean, he does have a hole going to be in the back corner of his base here where he's chopped through. And Kastellan does have the military lead right now, as well as quite a few skirmishers in the mix there compared to the full archer armor.
The castle age coming in, so it's just a matter of Kastellan has a window here that he has to make something happen. He's still a decent bit of food away from the upgrade from Castle Age, so he has to make it happen here.
Though he's taking bad fight right now.
I do not like Electric engaging here.
Yep, he needs to wait for those upgrades that he can get. I mean, yes, he is going to be in.
He should have walled behind it. There we go. See some house walls coming up on the wood line. That was the reaction he needed. Fall back to the TC.
He's losing a lot of his military numbers before upgrades, though.
He is. This could be very bad for Electric.
I think it is. He keeps losing. He's not even going to get these walls up. Kastellan's going to walk right by.
Kastellan has the res for Castle, but he might not need it at this rate. Well, still a 7-vil lead for Electric, though. This is...
Yeah, Kastellan, he's focusing his military right now. He is going to get a vil pick or two here. I mean, being up to Castle's nice, but this production keeps coming forward for Kastellan. And I would say ElectricAvenue is in big trouble here. Even getting the crossbow upgrade, he still has a lot of skirmishers in this army.
I feel like straight elite skirm at this point is his best call for this age.
Yeah, he's going to lose more villagers, though, over here on the wood line.
He is. He's still 5 ahead, but this could change quickly if he doesn't make something different. And he has 5 idols.
Well, and his gold is right there, and Kastellan's found it. Upgrade comes in, but they're low HP, and there's too many skirmishers. He can't deal with his numbers.
I would have really liked to see a few knights from him.
Yeah, no
he
stable. He
could have put down a stable.
But yeah, he could have. I mean, he's idling his eco terribly. Being ahead in his eco is not helping him when a lot of them are just sitting there idle.
I hate to say it, but this game feels like it's already over.
I would have to agree at this point. I mean, he's trying to run with Vils. and his eco is really bad. Castle Age is coming up as well for Kastellan, and now he's in control of this game without question.
I think Electric really squandered his advantage there. I think recognizing he was behind on the archer numbers, putting a stable down while he went to Castle Age and making knights, it could have won that game for him.
Absolutely. I mean, there were archers in there, but they're just archers against, Castle Age knights. They're gonna melt if you have enough knights. I think 2 knights would have actually cleaned up this whole army that set him back
Yeah,
so terribly.
it, quick game, but both played very well. I wonder if we'll see this theme carry on through the series with Electric having a much more consistent eco, much stronger production, and Kastellan being that aggressive player, keeping the pressure on.
Yep. And I feel like both players had it pretty good though with the build. Unfortunately, just a bad defense for Electric Avenue here. And Castellan, he rather than try to force his way up to Castle and get upgrades, he decides to force himself into the base here, and I think that really helped him out a lot right there.
Now that timing of Castle Age can always be hard to pick in these games, in these situations where there's a feudal fight. I think it would have paid off for him though, but being behind in archer numbers and losing the numbers and in a bad fight before he got the upgrades, it's just regrettable.
Yeah, I mean, well played from both, GG, but we are moving on to the next.
All right, I'm excited for this one. Another arena game.
Yeah, it should be an interesting one here. We've had a really interesting arena game last time out where we saw some Frank Cav Archers. So, I'll load in and pause at 10 seconds.
All right, ready when you are.
Alright, ready? Go. Alright, I definitely like this map generation better than the last one. I'll just start there. But we have Kastellan going for Spanish. I really like this pick on Arena.
Spanish against Persians. And Persians strong civ, no doubt, but I feel like I don't see him that often on Arena.
I think they've become more and more common at this point. I think with all the
Yeah,
upgrades they've received with DE, I think that they're a lot more common now than they were previously, especially on hybrid maps. But yeah, Arena, I mean, they do have a lot of options. Expo would be really good in this situation, considering all the wood. Um,
absolutely.
but
It's just you think of those hybrid maps, like you said.
yeah, but we do have Spanish on the other side, so you're expecting Conquistador.
Now these are both very flexible civs. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree, but with Arena, you're going to build castles for map position anyways, so I would definitely expect to see him if I were in Electric Avenue's shoes.
Now we're probably going to get pretty standard fast castle builds from both these players. So in the meantime, I have to ask: will we see the fabled war elephant?
Mm, if we do, it's going to be an expensive investment, so let's hope it's worth it. I mean, there's always a chance. I mean, we did
Hey,
see Frank Cav Archers.
we
I,
did.
I
So
didn't even.
anything's possible.
I personally didn't even know they had Cav Archers until the other day, because I've never seen anyone go that route. So, I mean, we know that it could happen. It's just, I mean, how expensive are they? 100 food and 80 gold, I think, something along
I
those
can
lines.
I can look that up. Being your assistant here.
Oh, okay, a
Um,
co-caster, but
it's funnier that way. War elephant, 200 food, 75 gold each,
oof. Yep, that seems a little
with an
much.
with an upgrade cost of 1,600 food and 1,200 gold.
Yeah, that is insane. And if we see that, that's a heavy investment. I mean, if Electric Avenue can pull it off and make it work, which Arena is probably one of the few maps that you could make it work, it would be really interesting to see. Electric Avenue, nonetheless, he does have a pretty solid build going on here. I'd say they're definitely fast castling by the looks of both of their builds. We haven't seen... Ah, well, thank you, Michael, for subscribing again. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I do what I can for you.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, and thank you for the follow there, Elva.
Elva, which
Yes, I
I
did. I
believe.
missed a few comments last game. I'm sorry, I had to step away. That tower was indeed late. Yes.
Yeah. From the comments, I would think that's our good friend Electric.
It very well could be. It very well could be. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens, though. I would love to see War Elephants. Ah, he is here. Wonderful. Good to see you, Electric. Well, nonetheless, I think we are going to see fast castles. I think it's standard unless you're playing like fast fuel for Kumans and maybe a 2TC
Yeah,
build. Or maybe you're Vikings and you want to get up to feudal faster to get your eco rolling a little bit better. But other than that, I think fast castle is
pretty
pretty standard.
yeah,
So
pretty standard build here. Nothing to comment on at this point.
yeah,
Uh,
I mean, the good news is the resources look solid for both of them. They both have most of the resources on the inside. Kastellan does have 1 gold to the outside of his base there, and for the
and
opponent,
so does Electric.
ElectricAvenue has 1 stone and 1 gold, so he's actually in a little bit of a worse position there. But it's close to his walls, so I think he'll be fine.
Now, if this goes to relics, definitely again favors Kastellan on this one. Overall, much closer to his side of the map. Which if we know if Arena goes long in 1v1, that's going to be a key concern.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be something to look for here as soon as they click up and get to castle, get some scouts or knights out and trying to protect those, or just going to go straight for monks and trying to grab them as quickly as possible. ElectricAvenue is pushing his deer. I think this is an excellent call. His deer were pretty far away. Rather than make his villagers walk all the way out there to grab them or build a mill, I think pushing them's the right move. And we actually see Kastellan doing that on the other side as well, although his deer were much more favorably positioned. So what do you want to see from the Spanish player here?
I want to see a long fight. I want to see. That's what I want to see here. Um, I can't help when I play Spanish, but to go conquistadors every time. I mean, like you said here, we're going to see the castles anyway, so they might as well. But how does that stack up against what we're expecting from the Persian player?
I mean, it depends on what the Persian player goes with. I mean, ElectricAvenue, he could go any option. I mean, really, they have all the options. I mean, crossbows, though good, are of course not going to be as good as conquistadors, but they are also going to, be able to be much cheaper, be very cost effective in exchanging.
But the issue here is you got to remember the Persian bonus of +2 attack versus archers with knights.
Yep, it's also a very valid point.
Yeah, they're both such flexible civilizations. If the game isn't won quickly, I would expect going to see them go back and forth on unit types, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I
Counter,
mean,
counter, counter, counter.
I think it would make sense, especially, I mean, the Spanish have all trash. They have all upgrades for everything. Obviously they don't have a good archer line, but they do get all of the upgrades. Persians, they do get the trash bow, but they do not get all the archer upgrades. So
Yeah, the archer is definitely a weaker portion for both civs, right?
yeah, I mean, Spanish don't even get crossbow, if I believe that's correct. So
Yes.
they have literally no option there, but they do get skirm, so they're just not going to be as upgradable as potential Spanish skirms if it goes late and we see that. But both players are dropping their blacksmith and market,
Yeah.
and ElectricAvenue is actually the first one to click up to castle. and
Yep.
Kastellan should not be too far behind him.
Yeah, if we're talking skirms, Persians missing out on Bracer would be an issue, but I don't see any reason for either of these for that to become an issue against a Spanish player. It's not going to go to skirms. If we see trash bows, we see them, but
I don't know.
I don't,
I think in this matchup, if you see conquistadors, you're gonna see skirms on
you're
Electric
right.
side.
You're right. That's the thing with these civs. There's just there's a counter for everything. I think.
Yeah, I mean we
Like
could talk for
they're going to be
days about
exactly.
counters.
They're going to be going in circles if it goes on. But ignoring our hypotheticals, they're starting to get up now. Feudal Age is coming in. I'm at 1050. I don't know where you're at.
I'm at 1435.
Wow.
You're
Why
north.
some games, but not all games?
I don't know. I promise it's been on play the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I'll catch
But
up.
just fast forward to 15 and you should be close. I'm hitting 15 now. But nonetheless, they are both on their way to Castle Age right now. ElectricAvenue is up about 40% faster, but he's not on any stone yet. So I wouldn't expect war elephants from him anytime soon, especially given how expensive they are and their eco cost. But we do have Kastellan with 7 on stone already and 520 in the bank.
All right.
ElectricAvenue is actually housed. He's dropping down a couple of them, so he'll be in good shape there. But we have some scouts coming out for ElectricAvenue, which I like to see, trying to get some vision on the map and secure those relics for yourself. As far as scouting goes, it looks like ElectricAvenue has scouted 4 of these relics, and Kastellan has actually scouted all 5 and is protecting one with his scout as well. So both are going to go for a relic play, which I like to see.
Now,
You have a
what
second
I'm
and
interested.
third town center coming down for ElectricAvenue. Sorry, go on.
Right. No, that's exactly what I wanted to discuss. Is no town centers coming out off the bat for Kastellan. Instead, he's saving that stone for that castle, which he's dropping as soon as possible.
Yeah, I see him building the castle now. I'm at 1720.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Just making sure. But yeah,
I think it's going into the tech tree. That's my new theory. I went into the tech tree.
That's a possibility, yes. Well, he's gonna get this castle up. I think the only reason you put a castle up this quickly is you want to get those conquistador numbers out. And he does in fact queue one up. He also has the monks going. Got one coming out already. We do have 3 scouts on the field, 4 scouts on the field. Okay, 5, I can't count, it's okay. ElectricAvenue is patrolling, he's got a spear on one. He is trying to take all these relics for himself if he can. Hello,
You can't. Of course, you want to get the relics in this map, but if those conquistadors come out fast enough to clear up the scouts, scouts aren't going to do the trick alone, right?
No, he'll be in trouble there. I mean, and I think it's a really good play by Kastellan to try to do that. I mean, he's gonna snipe the monk over here.
Yep, sniping that monk. First monk out on his way out for electric, and his scout, he will be unharassed. So no relics at this point for Kastellan, and I think electric will probably snag this one in the middle of the map here.
Yeah,
Unopposed.
I would say so. And we do have some conquistadors coming out to get rid of that scout that took out the monk. But he wasn't patrolling in there, so he lost some HP. But nonetheless, it's oh no, he's gonna lose a couple scouts to this one.
He is second monk. Ooh, that hurts. Second monk on the way out for electric. Hopefully for him, he can grab another relic, but he could be.
He is headed to the side with the conquistadors, so it's gonna be interesting if he makes it.
And that is the side the monk is going to. So, let's if he's and the conquistadors are on the move. Scout is on the other relic. Electric might be locked out of the relics here.
Yeah, Kastellan is going over to the closest one over there as well to grab that one. So far it's looking like it may be a 3-2 situation at best for ElectricAvenue if he can get the one to the left-hand side that his scout's currently sitting on. But
Yeah,
on
it's
then
just
the
too bad he
relics
sent
coming
his
in.
monk back.
Well, I mean, I think it was the right move, though. I mean, giving up a free, 100 gold basically to go over there.
Right, but what value is this relic going to have? I mean, is the monk going to have if not for getting these relics? If he would have continued to think he'd have it, but now he's going to lose the monk. He's going to lose the relic. He's not going to be able to defend the right one. He's going to be down 1-4, which puts the pressure on him for this game.
Yep, he's gonna have to do something here to push. I mean, fortunately though, I mean he does have a good skirm option that will trade well, so it's not gonna hurt him too much until those gold piles run out. And depending on map control of the game, which right now Kastellan has it in full, but if we can get Electric Avenue pushing out, I mean he could theoretically have enough gold to make this go for quite some time still.
And here's another thing to do. We're up to 2 TCs again for Kastellan, and 3 for Electric, and the Vil lead is 12 for Electric. Similar to the last game, but this time he has stone walls. And do the stone walls mean that he's going to be able to capitalize on that lead?
I mean, it is pretty interesting to see. I mean, we do have a like 30 farm to 26 farm advantage for Electric Avenue as well with this additional villager count. So I wouldn't be surprised if he imps a lot faster than Kastellan at this rate. Kastellan is grabbing his third relic, and he's got a monk headed out to the fourth, which he's got conquistadors and a scout on.
Yeah.
So it looks
Now
like
that
it's going to be a 4-1 on the relic count.
now there are some skirmishers ready for Electric, but they're not going to be enough to take this number of conquistadors.
No, but he does have those stone walls that you referenced, and he's got 2 range production. He is getting his upgrades on them. I mean, he can hold for quite some time against this number of conquistadors if he keeps producing them. And right now
So I
he's
think the
producing
question,
both.
right? I think 16ville lead for Electric at this point. How does he win this game? He knows his enemy's going conquistadors. You think he's just go lead skirm, go up, get the eco lead and push through?
I think you have to go fast imp, or faster imp, not fast imp, but go up faster. And I think his eco approach is great, and I think he needs Onager. I think Onager will do him a great number here. Especially since all he has seen is the original Scout and Conquistadors. And I mean, that Vil count is just climbing. Right now he's 18 villagers ahead. He does have quite a few skirms out now as well. He's up to 14. He's still producing out of both.
I'd say I don't think he wants to fight with skirms at this point. The relics are off the map. Isn't he better off using that eco advantage, getting up, and then coming in with the unit advantage?
I mean, I think it would definitely be really good for him to go up, but Kastellan is actually going to click before him.
Interesting.
Very interesting with the 2 TCs. I haven't been watching his resources, but Electric Avenue right now isn't actually all that close either. He's continuing to just keep humping out villagers, so his food count is quite low.
True, but an 18 vil lead with walls without being pressured at this point is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking 31 villager lead, you're up to 81 villagers to 50. What's this imp going to buy for Kastellan other than trebuchets and, a few upgrades that he probably won't be able to afford all of with the current pace of his villagers?
What I don't like is the Kastellan hasn't been showing us that pressure we saw last game. The Conquistadors, Maganel, he could have got through a gate. Maganel, perfect counter for these skirms. And he could get in there and do the damage he did last time. What is he waiting for?
I mean, it's a good question. He also knows about all these skirmishers, so I do like the Manganella as well. So maybe we'll see Onager from him. But at the same time, he is getting those Conquistador numbers up. So, I mean, I like both players' positions right now, but I think Electric Avenue is going to have a much easier time pumping out units as soon as the fighting starts. Kastellan can hit and run all day long, but at this point, it might come down to map control.
My worry for Electric is honestly just at this point, if he doesn't do something with this eco soon, he's going to reach the highest number of vills he really wants, and Castellan's going to be able to catch up before the advantage is pressed.
Yep, but Electric Avenue clicking up now just after Kastellan hits, so, I mean, we need to see Siege come forward or some kind of pressure come forward from Kastellan here to make it count, his faster imp, make it work for him. I mean, right now he's just hanging out with his units. He's still quite the villager count down. He did put a third town center down at least, but he is not
Yeah, but
not going to be able to produce a whole lot while getting upgrades.
yeah, but no trebuchet coming in. No, still pumping mangonels. I understand it's arena, but I feel like both players are somehow not taking advantage of the opportunities they have with how they've played so far.
Yeah, I mean, we got Kastellan doesn't even have Elite Conquistador yet. He's just getting a university up, so I mean, he's not going to have very upgraded units. We do have a defensive
I think
castle coming in for Electric Avenue, which I think is a good move. Don't want to move out at this point and try to force things.
the question that is ringing in my ears is you asked, what did Imp get for Castellan here? He still has Castle Age Conquistador. He still has Castle Age Magnels. What was the value?
I mean, at
Over
this point,
building more Conquistadors and busting down a gate.
yeah, at this point, he hasn't taken advantage of it all. He could have had some trebs coming forward. Commanderon is coming in for Electric Avenue, as well as Crossbow, just completed. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Sorry about that. But, yeah, I don't see what the faster Imp brought him. I mean, he didn't even get upgrades until he got to Imp on these Conquistadors that I had seen. He may have got Bloodlines or Husbandry, but...
He got Bloodlines in Imperial Age.
Yeah, so he's not done anything with it at this point. I mean, this is a lot of mangonels, though, so I would think Onager's got to be incoming next, at least, but we still see a very massive difference in villagers. And as we've seen pointed out here in chat, by Electric Avenue himself, Persians do have a much stronger late game compared to Spanish. Knight, also, it's been a good series so far. We had a pretty quick game one that Kastellan actually took. And right now we have got a Imperial Age battle about to happen here.
Yep. I definitely understand the Persian having that strong late game, but I'm just worried if he catches up. But how do you feel about the slowest game right now? Right now, if I was to describe it, I feel like Castellan's missed his window. He had a big lead military, and he could have made something happen with it. Could he not have?
Well, not only did he miss his window, but I don't think his military composition is going to last very long. I mean, we're talking about 19 conquistadors. Oh, they just became elite, actually. But 19 conquistadors, easily countered by skirm, and we have a ton of skirm and trash bow on the other side. Right now his army, he does have the mangonels, but unless he gets Onager, which he did, just click the upgrade it looks like. But even still, I mean, you're going to lose very gold intensive units. I do see some bombard cannons coming out though, so that could really do well for Kastellan, but...
What's really going to matter if this engagement happens here is going to be, do these mangonels pay off? If they can take out the archers and skirm numbers, this could go south for Electric very quickly. If they don't, he's going to be in a tough spot.
Yeah, I mean, the major concern right now, as you see Electric Avenue, he is pushing out on this left-hand side for that gold, for that stone. We also have a castle coming up for Kastellan over there as well. We may actually get our first real conflict here, but Looks like Kastellan just is content to sit back and try to boom, even though he is 30 plus villagers behind. I think
Onager is in here for Kastellan.
it is, but I think the eco advantage right now, as we see Trebs also coming forward for Electric Avenue, I think it's Electric Avenue's game to lose at this point.
Yeah. Both players looking to secure golds with castles right now. A good move, but
Yeah, I mean, I like Electric Avenue's better just because he's got the additional stone piles there, but I mean, he has more control in that
oh
corner
no.
of the map as well.
Look at what's being researched by Electric Avenue.
Masonry?
No,
Oh
at his
no.
castle.
Elite War Elephant? Oh.
Mahout is already in.
Oh boy. So, looks like we're gonna see it. I mean, that actually isn't gonna be that bad of a move with his current army, and his current res is quite good. So, we could see some massive onager shots here shortly, though.
Yeah, this game, the momentum at least, is going to depend a lot on these onagers. Do they get value when this fight does happen?
I've switched to Red's point of view for the Fog of War. He hasn't seen but one conquistador thus far. He only has seen the one castle, so he's not quite sure what he's going to walk into here. Now he spots them as he's gonna come forward and try to treb this castle that he knew about down. He's got the crossbows headed out here. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting fight right here.
Oh, this is a stressful one.
Oh, big shots.
And this is exactly what we
Oh.
were worried about. With just a few onager shots,
Yeah,
numbers suddenly start looking much worse.
the
And he doesn't have a
cannon's
counter.
doing their job too.
Going to straight knights, few upgrades at this point. The desperation move when he saw those onagers, but he didn't have enough.
Yeah, I mean, his army is getting wiped up right now, which is difficult to look at, but that's what, 4 trebs as well. He did take down a castle at least. He still has his castle up. We have elite war elephants being produced right now.
Yep, I see 4 of them, and honestly, I think they could get some value here, couldn't they?
I mean, if he has enough of these trash bows and skirms with it, I think it could actually do a lot of damage. We also have Light Cav in, which I really liked Light Cav from Electric Avenue, because that will be able to snipe bombard cannons, onagers. He has a lot of war elephants already, though. He's up to 7, and he has at least 1 castle producing them right now. He is staggering his units, though, on their way out, and I mean, these war elephants could just melt.
But they have so much HP, it's monstrous.
Oh no, the onagers are not shooting in position. He's going to lose all of his onagers here. He does get a few really good shots, but he's trading against trash bows. All the onagers are dead. Oh my. The momentum is shifted for sure. Conquistadors are going to start to fall here as well. Not a ton of them, but those are expensive units compared to this, what is it, 60 wood for a trash bow? 70 maybe? Either way, we have bombard cannons also coming out for Electric Avenue. So we might have to see how the micro is for both sides here for the bombard cannons. But
I'm disappointed in that trash bow fight. The elephants weren't moving out in front. They were doing such a good job of soaking up fire before. If they had been in front of those crossbows, that fight could have went a lot better for Electric.
yeah, I mean, I think he feels like he has to fight here, and I think he does because these conquistadors could just run in. But I think it's we got a conversion on a war elephant, Spanish war elephant, everybody. That's always lovely. But I mean, I think the problem with what's going on here now is which army is going to cost the most and be the hardest to keep massing, and it's got to be.
Both are so expensive, though.
It is, but it's got to be the war elephants. 200 food. But
yeah,
they are really tanky. I think the reinforcements are really helping out. Electric Avenue's reinforcements obviously coming in faster. Elephants are in front now, and we do have crossbows and bombard cannons over here. And it looks like Kastellan's trying to take this castle down. and the crossbows, well, they could have taken one of them out, but they elected not to. I still think that he's going to lose most of his army here now. And we see
Castle's
mostly
about
Hussar.
to go down.
We see mostly Hussar coming forward. We don't see any more conquistadors coming forward as of right now.
Castle barely goes down to the last shot.
It does, but he's confident he's going to go ahead and push out with a mining camp here.
Yeah,
And now
definitely
we have
broke
the
the momentum.
addition of capped rams. So capped rams are nice, but with bombard cannons, I think it'd be even better for him if he keeps pushing forward here. It looks like an AI army right there, but I think he's done a really good job holding on to that. I mean, he did lose a castle, but he's also killed a castle on the other side. Conquistador numbers are coming back up for Kastellan, but now it's just Hussar and Conquistador.
Exactly, and I don't like this without the onagers in the mix. Unfortunately, Skirm's capped ram, and then the elephants in front. What are the conquistadors going to do?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of war elephants too, and he's lost a lot. I mean, you know his eco's good. I mean, Kastellan has to be like, how can he afford all of those elephants right now? Nonetheless, he is gonna get the capped rams out in front here, but I think he's sent them a little too far ahead without the rest of his army. So that will probably not help him too much, but...
No, it's an unfortunate loss there. I would have liked to see him go the other side. Hit the gold. I believe he scouted it earlier.
I think he actually has not yet to see that one. Nope, he's seen it. You're correct.
So he should know that the gold should be becoming an issue for both players at this point, but he has neutral gold, and Kastellan does not.
Well, good news, he is moving in that direction, and the Treb is on that side. Siege is really out of place over here, though, and it looks like ElectricAvenue could lose quite heavily. War Elephants moving forward, 5 monks for the Spanish player, and yep, he's going to get at least one conversion, but looks like he didn't micro that well. So, one conversion could have actually probably been 5, but...
Monks are a great response to these war elephants. I like all the upgrades he's getting for the monks to make them work here. But how long will that gold last for monks and monk decks?
Well, and the problem now is he's losing all of his front meat shield of Hussar here to those elephants and crossbows, and now those conquistadors are going to be in a really bad spot with all these skirmishers and elephants coming for them.
Now, over on the left,
and we have GG come in. He does not feel comfortable pushing out. I really think this came down to eco. I think it was really well positioned for military for ElectricAvenue, but I think his eco won him the game.
But what hurts here is the end of that game. We had over 1,000 gold for Kastellan, 5,000 wood, almost 750 food. Did he call that too early, or do you think it was inevitable?
I mean, I think he probably could have stayed alive and fought it for a while. I think his problem was he was counting on conquistadors, which I love conquistadors, but against Spanish, not only are skirmishers a great counter, but you also have trash bows. I think he probably should have went into Paladin.
Paladin, I agree, would have been much better for what was going on here. You can't say if the game would have changed ultimately, but
thank you for following, babyface.
There you go. He must be feeling. You know, I've got to imagine he won the first game pretty quick. Arabia, open map, closed map. You know, he gets pushed back. He plays well, but he gets pushed back. Maybe he's just thinking, I get to pick the next map. I already have a win. I can do this. You know, rather than dragging it out.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like the amount of resources he had here, he was already teching into Cav upgrades, so Paladin wouldn't have taken that much to upgrade into. Even Cavalier would have been better than the Hussar. I mean, I get the Hussar play here, but I don't know. I think it really just breaks down to he felt behind, his eco was behind, and he decided just to call it.
He didn't punish Electric for that greedy boom. If he had continued the pressure after taking the relics, I'm convinced that game would have turned out differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting time to call GG, but I mean, I think he's confirmed his idea to GG early after he looks at the statistics. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it probably was a little premature. I mean, you did have the 4 relics as well, but I mean, 132 vills for Electric Avenue, 101 for Kastellan. I mean, either way, I'm really happy with that game. It was a really good game, and I'm even more happy because we finally get a game 3.
Is this the first, or has it just been a while?
This is the second in the round of 8. So, I mean, there's been some really good games, but I'm excited that we have a game 3 to go to tonight. If my game decides to load in to the replays again, I'll happily load that one up. But how is everybody out there doing tonight? Game
Sorry,
number 3. This is going to
you
be
loading in?
interesting. I am loading in right now. I will pause at 10 seconds. But we're going to have a game on Hideout here. And it's going to be Malay versus Britons. Alright,
Yep.
12 seconds. Ready?
Hideout. I'm ready.
Go.
All
Alright,
right.
so this matchup is going to be interesting. Britons, obviously, they're slow to push. But if they get an early advantage, it's hard to deal with. Malay have a lot of different ways they could go. We could see elephants, we could see archers, we could see karambit warriors, two-handed swordsmen that don't cost gold. What do you think of this
Now,
matchup? What do you want to see here?
well, I think we know what we're going to see from the Britons, right? Whether it's in the feudal age, or the castle age, or the imperial age, we're almost certainly going to see straight archers. So the question is, how is Kastellan going to adapt to that? What is his best option to counter the range and power of Briton archers?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have to see an elephant play at some point in time. I think you're gonna need it. Maybe elephants and skirmishers. He's gonna have a nice meat shield in front, and I mean, eventually they're gonna do some damage. It's not like he's gonna. I don't know how many arrows it takes to take down an upgraded elephant, but I know it's a lot. But nonetheless, we already have Kastellan pushing the Ibex, which is interesting. He chose to push them first, as opposed to taking all of his water buffalo. I mean, he has one of those he's taking as well. But that's an interesting start for him there. One that I would expect to see Fast Castle come from. If you're already wanting to push your Ibex or deer in at the start of feudal or dark age, I think that's a pretty evident sign. And I mean, he's pushing in a little early. I think he's already got one down there. But as far as the map goes, I am not sure whose I like better. They both have a pretty decent map. I think Electric Avenue actually has a little bit less in his walls. He only has 1 gold. Oh, but it's the same on the other side. So pretty even on that front. Relics, again, I think are pretty even as well. So, I mean, I like this map, Jen. I think it's not too bad. Your thoughts?
I don't have much to add to that intelligently. I just hope they play it smart. Well, if they need to, put pressure if they can. We're tied up. This game's going to determine who goes on, so let's make it count.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be very interesting play here. I definitely feel like we should see some sort of feudal archer play out of Electric Avenue. even if it's just to produce it and keep him in the range. At least start producing your numbers in feudal. But melee,
I would like to see him go forward, though.
I mean, I would love to see him go forward. I'd love to see him put on the pressure, but I don't think that he's going to know what's going on at this point. I mean, we clearly don't know what's going on at this point as well. I mean, as far as the Fog of War goes here, it's looking like the score is definitely going to be affected by the scouting. And I mean, yeah, it clearly is. If you check Fog of War for Kastellan, he hasn't scouted outside of his walls. And ElectricAvenue is really far ahead here as well, but he has scouted quite a bit of his map, as well as found his opponent.
Now, it's been a theme through the series, but Electric Boat has already taken a slight Vil lead. He definitely seems to have that consistent production locked down.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really helped him out in the last game. I think it will really help him this game. It is a 21 pop up for ElectricAvenue. So I would expect, yep, he is going to gold. I would definitely expect to see some archers come out. And he does know where his opponent is, so potentially a forward. But Kastellan on the other side, I don't see him clicking up. He's got more villagers in queue. So it looks like he is going to be fast castling, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And he did push every single Ibex in, so I think that's a pretty clear indicator at this point.
So, fast castle into those elephants?
I mean, it would make sense. It would stand to reason, but will he be able to afford it is going to be the question if he does go elephants. I mean, he's going to be at 25 villagers, and he's still got 2 queued up. He is going to gold. ElectricAvenue is arriving in feudal. Expect to see some archery ranges come down here. ElectricAvenue's res. Yep, here comes the archery ranges. So he's going to be a little bit short on wood for a minute or two, but he is sending villagers directly to the wood line. So he should be able to start producing. He does only have 3 on gold, so he's not going to have constant production to start with, but if he adds a vill or 2 to it, he should be alright. Yeah, Kastellan's going to go 30 pop up, so it's definitely a fast castle play for him. He's actually going to have 5 on gold right now, so he's going to send the new villager there as well. He's got a barracks coming back up on the wood line, so he's definitely not looking to go, but build his buildings required to get his stables down if he is going to go elephants, or his archery ranges if he's going to go into archers. But he is going to go ahead and plop down 6 farms right now.
I'm a little I would like to see more scouting out of Kastellan. Scout's just been sitting idle. He knows where his enemy is, but there's a lot of the map out there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's a big part of the score right now. ElectricAvenue has been pretty consistently using this scout of his. He has sat it at the gates a few times here, but I think that's where the score lead is mostly from. Blacksmith also going to come down for ElectricAvenue, and we've got 5 archers out, and he is producing out of both stables, or both archery ranges right now. So, see if he puts on some pressure.
How many archers would you like to see him to go forward with?
I mean, I'm thinking I try to go forward with 1 spear and 4 archers minimum.
Okay.
For personal, that's how I feel. I mean, especially, I mean, he's getting a blacksmith up, so I'm assuming he's going to get fletching. I mean, you can't really do much without fletching, but you have a long walk, so it's going to be interesting, though. Kastellan, he is imping, or castle aging. If he was imping, I'd be very concerned we had a cheater on our hands. But I really like the villager distribution on res for Electric Avenue. He's got a good number here, which is 12 on to the wood and 8 on gold. I think he's going to be in a bit of trouble, though, if we see these elephants come out. Or even knights at this point.
Even knights, 2 stables at this point. He's definitely ready for one of those options, and these archers are not going to have a great time against either one, depending on the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, he is heading out right now, which I think is a little late, but...
I agree. I would have liked to see him out when he got 4, 5, 6 archers rather than waiting this long.
Yeah, he does take the scout out, but we have 2 battle elephants, 250 HP already produced, more queued behind it, and he's going to be in feudal. He doesn't have even close to the amount of food needed to go up. I think this is going to get ugly here.
It would be nice to see him just start to mix in some spears at this point, if he's going to commit to this, and he does have a few coming forward.
Yeah, I mean, he did go ahead and pick a Vil, but we have 6 elephants now. I mean, these archers are dead if he pushes. If Kastellan decides to move out, he's dead. And yeah, Electric Avenue's in the chat here. He's pointing out he has yet to see this play. So he's thinking he's in a good position. If you check the Fog of War, he does not see those stables or the elephants. But he's headed in there now, and...
Here they come.
Kastellan actually was trying to hide that. He's trying to hide the fact that he's going elephants until he marches in a little farther and surprise.
It might be a little much to expect at this level, but I would have loved to seen a village run up to re-wall that during that little movement. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would have been a very good move. That army would be dead, but honestly, he's not licking the castle anytime soon, and he is still...
You can't complain about this result.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be... If these elephants keep getting produced, I think this is already GG, unfortunately.
Right. Tell me he can't push right through that palisade gate, right into the eco with these elephants right now.
Oh, no, he can. He can take TC out.
Ready.
It's a lot of HP in elephants, and they have 12 attack. So they're gonna melt everything. I mean, he is trying to fight and hit and run a little bit, which I like. He's really trying to put in the effort to keep himself in the game here. But unfortunately, he's spent... Oh, they're getting ran over now. Trampling. That's happening. But unfortunately...
A lot of res into those archers.
Yeah, and I think it's just maybe not knowing what to expect from melee. Maybe not knowing their sheep elephants potentially an issue. I also think he made a good play but didn't move forward soon enough, which at this level, I mean, I can expect to see.
Right.
It's all about civ knowledge.
Absolutely. I think if he had sent those archers forward when he had 5, 6, this game could have played out a lot differently.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it was really, he's still trying. He's doing a good job trying to hold. He's got some spears out, which is the right move with those archers. I mean, I like that he's continuing to try here, and he is getting close. He could buy himself up right now. I just don't think that he would be able to get the numbers out or keep his numbers alive to really change what's happening here. As we see another 4 war elephants marching forward.
Absolutely. All of these elephants, and it took them more than a minute to kill one of those elephants. All these archers on one elephant. It's pretty bleak without the barracks up anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he is going to castle, but he's forcing down another barracks on his wood line. I mean, unfortunately though, this is so many elephants. And all you have are archers to defend. You're gonna need to upgrade to pike and produce pike and hope you can get enough to save yourself. I mean, that's all he can do here. And even then, he's gonna feel behind, I think, because he is up by quite a few.
And a point we haven't discussed is these archers have no upgrades. No fletching, no armor, which only makes matters worse here.
Yeah, I think Kastellan knows his position though, because he's sending them into that town center. He's 60% of the way up right now.
Oh goodness, this is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Hate to
it's
be in this position.
absolutely. Yeah, but I think that town center goes down before Castle even reaches.
Unfortunately, I think you're right here.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do there. Oh well, there's the GG.
And there's the GG. Well played. It's just a shame to have seen the timing be just a little bit off for Electric on that.
Yeah, I mean, it was really good. I mean, his build was solid. His villager counts on resources were all good to go. Double production on archery ranges there. Uh, it's just melee elephants are cheaper, and I mean, any elephant that gets produced is always got a lot of HP. I mean, GG from both of you guys. Well played. It did go to 3 games. It was exciting to see finally something go to 3 games. That was close there. And
Congratulations to Kastellan on moving forward.
yep, absolutely. And good game, Electric Avenue. It was nice to see you. Nice to have you in the tournament. And stay tuned for more, guys. We don't have any more games to cast, but we'll be moving forward here very soon to the semifinals of each bracket. Take a quick look at the statistics here. And that's going to do it for this set here, with Kastellan taking the series over Electric Avenue 2-1. Hope you guys enjoyed.